So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Achane here. They stay on the ground. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 51 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. Running right, here's Achane.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll run. Achane.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Achane is in. Touchdown, Bills. Well, Charles, clearly they wanted to send a message there and impose their will. They score on their opening possession on a drive comprised entirely of rushing the football.
Message sent. I don't know that the team on the other side of the field wanted to receive it, but what a statement on their opening drive. Just run it all the way downfield, no passes. That absolutely sets the tone that they're going to be physical in this game.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First down, here's Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
It was the linebacker, Shaquille Leonard, who applied the heat.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
On 3rd down, Cousins.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Cousins on 1st down. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 38. To the air again, it's Cousins. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Ezekiel Elliott from 19 yards away. And the Jets respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that. What about,
this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double 0, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
Again, it's Achane. And he's going to have a Bills first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Play fake. Mayfield. Going deep here for Watkins.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 23.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Now a second down throw for Cousins.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. Cousins to throw it. He's airing it out for Williams. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. They'll throw again. Cousins. And that is taken in by Njoku. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 45 yards.
Well, I think we all understand his disappointment. Didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all, a huge play, and now they're set up 1st and goal at the 1.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Elliott trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get them the football back. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Mayfield now. Eluding the pressure right. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Mayfield on play action. And his throw is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
They'll run for it with Achane.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So a chance to breathe easier now. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion.
Mayfield looks to throw. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Tyreek Hill, 52 yards.
And the Bills will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now you see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get them about 5 yards. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing is Cousins. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's their 2nd. They'll be down to 1 remaining here in this first half. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big play.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate. But those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Jamison Williams, 48 yards. And the Jets are back within a score. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone, and a two-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
A little juke, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. Now Achane on 1st and 10. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devon Achane making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Bills are able to stretch out their lead. In motion, Hill. They'll try and run it here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Now Cousins. This short pass into the hands of Njoku.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. To throw, Cousins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
A second down throw for Cousins.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now Cousins.
He's got the tight end Furtzer right side complete.
They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it fourth down.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage.
And the third interception thrown by Cousins.
Jonathan Abram picks it.
And the Bills are going to take over here up near the 40.
Should their woes on offense continue, that's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Mayfield's throw here complete to Kelsey.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down. Mayfield.
Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
It's the sackmaster, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown.
Well, they matched their opponent's pick six from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And, Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. As for the opposing offense, you wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This taken in at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game?
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Devon Achane.
Now with his third touchdown in his first ever NFL game.
And the Bills get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Gano for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. He's airing it out for Williams. And got his man complete. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 51 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. To throw is Cousins. A short throw, and it's going to be pulled in by Fertzer. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Bills are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Tyreek Hill, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bills are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Gano the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of... And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still have the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Back to it after the pick 6. Cousins. And now here's another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing, Mayfield. Steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
Escaping the pressure right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Off the play fake, Cousins. They'll roll him out right. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
And the Jets will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Following the interception, Cousins. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And you know that can be dangerous, trying to get it to your teammate on a kick return, and there they cough it up, turn it over.
Let's face it, let's just call it what it is. This is a hindsight is 20/20 play, isn't it? Perfect vision afterwards. In other words, we saw it happen, the fumble occurred, and you know going into it, as you noted, it was going to be a dangerous play to begin with. That's why people always say afterwards, why did they even try it?
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
He's to the 15.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Bills, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.